the biggest challenge is how to love on a physical level. On the human, not the energetic level. It's crazy because we love on different levels, right? And so somebody like me has only learned to love on the physical realm, whereas people like you, right, or you, have this existential love on the unconditional divine source. But loving a human is difficult because the human has all the flaws, and you have to learn to love those flaws. That's where it becomes difficult, because some people don't know how to look at flaws because you judge flaws. But the moment you stop judging and separate yourself from that judgment, you can then love on a physical level. Well, the line is whatever you make it. The only thing is, when I say love the flaws, you don't stay with that, okay? It's called letting go. Walk doesn't mean you walk with resentment. You walk with love for that person with all the flaws, but you don't stay in it, because if you love yourself enough, you'd walk away from any toxicity, right? So loving somebody doesn't mean you have to stay with them through all that crap. If we're talking about any friendships or relationships, you know at what giving point that you can see yourself walking from that person and that you don't see that person in your life anymore. And that's what I call the expiry date. We all have an expiry date in our subconscious of how much we can take with a certain person before guilt starts kicking in, right? You know the difference between guilt and not being able to let go versus a lesson you have to learn, right? You know it. So if it's a lesson, you better be able to define very clearly what that lesson is you're learning, otherwise you're staying there for nothing. If you cannot define why you're there and what you are learning from it, then you are wasting your time and you're stuck with guilt. The only thing you need to focus on is not the other person and how fast they're moving. The only thing you have to be focused on is you moving fast. And if that person doesn't catch up, then it's, because every relationship will change over time. It will require your every strength to not judge them, because the moment you do, you're doomed, because they'll shut you down, right? So helping out somebody along the way to be in your space requires your every strength, because if you're going to cry over it and yell at them, it doesn't work that way, because they're not hearing you anyway.